In our runner-up spot this year is Woody Allen's new film, Blue Jasmine, starring Cate Blanchett. This is my personal favorite movie of the year because I think it had great characters, a wonderful plot, and just the general tone of a classical Woody Allen movie. What did you guys think?
It was definitely a really good film and one of the better Woody Allen releases of this decade, at least.
Yeah, right up there with Midnight.
But I think what is most impressive about it was Cate Blanchett at the center of it. She really turned this character who we're probably all familiar with, the stereotype of this woman who's gotten a divorce from her formerly successful husband, and instead she's kind of added layers, and a lot of that you get through her relationship with Sally Hawkins, who also was played really well in the film. There's just a lot of really great acting, as most Woody Allen films have.
Bobby Cannavale, Peter Sarsgaard.
Bobby Cannavale is showing up in a lot of things and just stealing
really
the show.
Strong cast.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a great character study. I loved Cate Blanchett's Jasmine character. Overall, I think the film was definitely one of Woody Allen's stronger outputs from this decade, like you said, but he's also the definition of hit or miss for the past 10 years.
Yeah, it's kind of strange how hit or miss he can be. And I'll put this in his hits category. It was more than a functional film, but I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that, it has a very interesting story to tell. It has kind of an unexpected moral to it. I think a lot of Woody Allen's work kind of works best in that you think you know these people and then they take you somewhere you don't really expect, and that's when you kind of come to a greater realization. This is kind of like an epitome of that, in that she makes a couple decisions that you wouldn't expect her to when you first meet her, and I found Cate Blanchett's journey just compelling.
I feel like a lot of the movie, you go in expecting ideas to be characters, but really through the characters and through their layers, like that thing you mentioned earlier with Cate Blanchett, where like you see she's the stereotype and then it breaks down more into layers. I think that applies to a lot of the characters in the film, and I think through those layers you really develop these ideas about the characters and these ideas about relationships as a whole that kind of make the movie more interesting than a lot of the movies we've seen come out this year.
Aside from Cate Blanchett, did you have any favorites from the cast?
They were all so great. I don't remember names off the top of my head.
Did we mention Andrew Dice Clay?
Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay.
And he's so good.
He's great.
He was actually one of the standouts in the film.
Definitely.
And I don't know if it's just great casting or he's really giving a great performance, but it seems like the perfect role for him, and he does really, really nail it. Alec Baldwin's great. I've mentioned Sally Hawkins, Louis C.K. in his great small role. Ultimately, even though Cate Blanchett's getting the
Michael
most...
Stolberg pops up for a minute or two.
From A Serious Man fame. Yeah, I mean, Woody Allen is great at getting these ensembles to just all perform spectacularly. Although Cate Blanchett's getting a lot of the notice, it's really a great ensemble work. And definitely one of his better movies, like we've been saying.
There's only so many traumas a person can withstand till they take to the streets and start screaming.